The Malvern stage, Emily Weaver.
So I'm going to read an excerpt from my short story. It's called Shortcuts, and it's from the view of a doctor, and it is about a doctor who is more in tune with his own feelings and body than he is with his patients. And this is set up previous to this. He is talking about how difficult it was for him to get into medical school. Growing up, his father had always expected him to go to veterinary school. From the age of 4, he dreamed of taking over his father's small practice, continue the legacy of becoming a veterinarian, just like he had for his father. Some days, his father took him out of school, needing help working the clinic, which served any of the town's pets, anywhere from the typical cats and dogs to snakes, guinea pigs, and house calls for livestock. When he was 9, he watched his father wrap chains around a dead calf's hooves, removing the breached animal from its mother. The smell still haunted him. By 13, he was pulled out of bed at 4 in the morning to assist his father with a bitch that had been laboring for too long. Collie pups were valuable outside of town. His father would wrap himself around the dogs in order to restrain them, his belly pressed against their back. He would tell his son, "Take a deep breath in, and then let it out with a long sigh." The most nervous of dogs would relax into his arms, even as he poked them with a syringe, muscles giving in to the calm breathing of his body. And throughout all of that, his eyes watered and wept. Itchy red hives broke out and his face swelled. Scratching and fussing, his father brought him to that clinic, come hell or high water. "Your immune system will adjust. You just need more exposure to the allergens to get over them," his father would say. He would hold kittens and struggle to scratch the back of his throat with his tongue. Being in barns made it hard for him to breathe. He struggled to keep his eyes open through the antihistamines his mother sometimes slipped him. He wasn't allowed to take allergy shots because he was told he would only become dependent on them. Serving as a veterinarian was a legacy, and it was what he was to become. Sitting in the exam chair, he distantly charted her vitals. The patient whipped a tissue from the box that was next to her. All the while, she gripped her stomach, fighting against what was clearly insuppressible tensing along her abdomen. Longing for the hand sanitizer that sat next to the sink, he hoped he wouldn't find himself attacked by the most recent virus. He contemplated sanitizing his hands with alcohol. He decided against it. Not until she's left, at least.
Thank you, Emily. For our penultimate